Okay, this is just going to be an example. I'm going to switch between the Les Paul to the SG. I'm not quite sure what the difference is in the pickups, but it seems like the Les Paul has like a lot more bite than the SG does. It's an SG custom. Can't tell. It's got the gold hardware on it, and they might be like a PAF style. It was like maybe a lower gain, but I even lowered the action earlier because I know the action on this Les Paul is helping me to run up and down the neck a lot easier. And I thought maybe that had something to do with it, like the physical attack to the strings. But there's something about the pickups. Even through this processor, it's not so gainy. It doesn't want to. This one doesn't want to tear into it like the Les Paul does. No complaints. Just I realized there was a big difference. So I'm going to use this trap backing track as an example because I've already been working on it, and so the scales on it are still familiar with me, and I like working on it. It keeps me sharp. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to the SG. Pause. Unpause. Okay. All right. So right away, even though it's an overdrive, like distorted sound, a lot of folks, like my dad and other people that appreciate the tonality in clean guitar and that, you know, acoustic instruments and stuff, which I totally understand and am on board with that. But there's a whole side of being able to harness the chaos in an electric guitar first and foremost, because every little thing that you do is amplified. So if you make a mistake, that's well noted, no pun intended. And adding that gain and the delay, so the gain makes it louder to mistake, harder to mistake, and then the delay actually even repeats the mistake. So you got to be careful. So this particular track that I'm jamming on, I've kind of learned the runs on it. So I'm just really trying to experiment with something I heard a guitar player mention, that I think it was like John Mayer and some other people that he would also refer to, that when you're trying to do like solos over top of music with the guitar, you want to maybe try to think of it in terms of having a conversation with somebody, because the way that sometimes conversations can get heated, or the dynamics of the conversations can get like, when like I like this track because it'll back off a little bit, like it'll be more tender, as if we're talking to our spouse. We can get heated and things can get kind of crazy and stuff, but we still hang in there. And then all of a sudden we calm down a little bit, and then we can talk more tenderly to each other. But still, the juxtaposition of being tender with the overdrive and stuff still kind of gives it that rock feel. And unfortunately, I hope that it isn't deterring the beauty that I hear in it. So this is a different guitar, trying to do the same thing. Because all the stuff that you heard, I had been playing it on that guitar since I found this track. So I was discovering the scales and everything on the Les Paul. So then I just picked up this SG today, because I love the way the neck feels and stuff like that. But the pickups aren't responding to me in the way that the Les Paul responded to me the day that I started working on this track. So it would be fair to say that I may not have even gotten that far, or as far as I've gotten now. If I were using this guitar, I may have switched to a different track, because the guitar lends itself to more of a lower gain and more of a bluesier sound. Like if I turn the volume down, if I turn off the delay, I mean, the SG that's Angus Young. I mean, that's his deal, you know. But I'm playing through a digital processor, so everything that is Angus Young is not in this digital thing. It's in the pickups, the chord, his fingers, and that big old amplifier, analog. But anywho, this is just a representation of the SG in comparison to the Les Paul pickups that came stock. And I'm gonna try to do the same kind of run. So, what do I think? Yeah, you know what I think.